Now, the government has also been making statements about the way forward, and cautiously too, in trying to get the girls back. The Minister for Information, Lai Mohammed, had words to say just moments after the release of that tape. Let's take a listen.
You see, many people, or most people, will forget the issue of these girls as soon as the effect of this video is over. But the government is daily working on release. You see, until the release of this video, it didn't attract any attention. But every day, the office of the NSC and the relevant authorities are working on leads, they're working on engagement. Every security organization, every day is working on this. So for us, it's not just because they release a video, it's because we believe that there will be no final closure to Boko Haram until and when we're able to resolve the issue of these girls.
The words of the Minister for Information, Lai Mohammed, just moments after that video by Boko Haram was released about the Chibok girls that have been missing for over 2 years now. I'm still in the studio with Yerima Kashim Shetima, as well as Yerima Shetima, the name with the Borno State governors kind of twisted a little, but not to worry though. What would you say is the way forward now in this situation? What should the government do? They should invite Serkida back as well as Wakil?
Well, you see, because the case has been so politicized, there's nothing wrong in involving the Ahmed Serkida right now at this particular time, because to an extent, I believe strongly they have a strong link with him, because oftentimes they reach him to discuss issue. There's nothing wrong in reaching him to discuss issue. But my worry is that oftentimes you have people who are in corridors of power and felt that this thing should continue. And if it continues to an extent, they begin to make their money at the expense of the innocent people's life. That's just the problem. So sometimes, even if the government is willing to do that, some people within the corridors of power will discourage the government from doing all these. But it's obvious after 2 years, we've not seen anything positively coming out of this. And this war cannot continue.
Let's go to Muhammad in Abuja. Let's talk about the lady involved in this. Wakili, she said that she actually offered the government of Nigeria to negotiate with the leaders of Boko Haram, and the government decided to do what it pleases. Is there a sense in what she has said, do you think?
Well, it's left to the federal authorities to actually decipher what she said and see if there's sense in that or not. But all we know as a government is that Aisha Wakil has been rubbing minds with the federal authorities for a very long time. As a matter of fact, even Nigerians will recall, she was a member of the Turaki Committee on Dialogue and Peaceful Resolution of the Crisis in the Northeast in the Jonathan years. So she's been interacting with security and government officials at that very high level. They know her, and they know what she's capable or what she's not capable of doing.
So on the part of the government,
like I said at the beginning,
on the part of the government, what have they done to try to secure the release of these girls so far?
You mean the federal government?
But of course, yes, the federal government, and of course, in partnership with the state government.
You mean the federal or the state government?
In partnership with the state government, of course.
Well, the state government, we've been cooperating with the federal authorities, with the security agencies, with the armed forces, and everybody involved in trying to resolve this crisis. All the support necessary we've been given to the relevant authorities to ensure that these girls are released, the release of these girls are secured. If you recall, even the night of the abduction of these girls, we passed on very sensitive information to the federal government as to what was likely to happen in Chibok that night. And up to the time the girls disappeared, we kept giving the government the necessary information that will have led to release of the girls. And even after that, after the unfortunate event, we continued, through our local sources to offer intelligence to the federal government as to how to go about securing the release of these girls. And we have said it times without number. The governor has reiterated that the state government was ready and willing to do anything possible to get these girls released, and we have fully supported the efforts of the federal government. And let me say again,
supporting the government, the efforts that you have put into this to try to see that the girls are brought back. What are the specifics? What did you tell the government to do in order to get these girls back?
Gimba, obviously, some of these things are, these are intelligent and security matters. I cannot come on air and discuss them. These are very important matters that I cannot just openly discuss. But what I'm telling you,
do you suppose that
is
these
that
girls,
even
then do you suppose that the girls, do you suppose that these girls, there is a ray of light that they will be gotten back?
Oh, indeed, as long as they are alive. We saw them the other day, and we confirmed to you that those indeed are the Chibok girls. So as long as, and we have always believed that they've been alive, and what we have always said is that perhaps they've been divided into several cells and groups. And what we saw a few days ago confirms the fact that these girls are alive. And we are very confident, we have a lot of hope that God will allow these girls to return. And let me say this, Gimba, if you permit me. Like I wanted to say before, there are hundreds of thousands of the citizens of Borno who are still in captivity of Boko Haram. So it is not even all, it's not just these girls that we want even released. We want all our people back. And we are confident that, especially now that the military has upped the ante in the prosecution of the war against terrorism, we are confident that Boko Haram will be defeated and all the captives of this senseless sect will secure their release. And contrary to what my friend Malang Yerima Shetima was saying, it is not true that the situation is escalating for the worse. Those of us who live in that area, in that part of the country where this conflict is taking place, can confirm to you that we have seen a lot of progress in the last 1 year. We have seen a lot of tremendous progress in the prosecution of this war, that we are so confident that in a matter of months, this war will come to an end. We are so confident about that.
I'll take that to be your final words and come to Yerima. What will be your final words? He says that
my final word is
I
never expected anything different from what he is saying. And there's nothing wrong in somebody living on figment imagination and begin to assume that in 1 or 2 months, over time for 2 years now, we have the same problems getting statement from one government official to another that this war is coming to an end and whatever. And I'm happy he admitted the fact that yes, there is these Chibok girls, but not just only the Chibok girls. We have thousands of them still under the captivity of the Boko Haram. It means more effort have to be put in place. But I still believe strongly that at the end of the day, there will be light. But certainly with these modalities of this so much reservations, so much politicking, at the expense of these innocent Nigerians under the captivity of these terrorist groups, certainly the journey will still have a long way to go. We just have to be very determined. The government have to be very, very determined and do it right.
Many thanks indeed. Yerima Shetima, the President, Arawa Youth Consultative Forum, as well as Mohammed Bulama from Borno State. He's the Commissioner for Information there. He's in our Abuja studios.